from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's a special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Jackson and the Carolina Panthers taking on Davis Mills and the Detroit Lions.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. It's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. Leading them out in his second season now out of Stanford. Here's Davis Mills.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And right off the bat, Mills looking to throw it. That's swung out wide to Harris. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Mills now. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Play action now. Mills. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Returnable for Lockett. Oh, able to avoid him. Jukes by again. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. They'll be led out by the former NFL MVP, already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now Jackson on 1st down, out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2nd down at 4. action. Now Jackson. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Play action. It's Jackson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They'll run it with Elliott. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Ezekiel Elliott with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Mills' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Tyreek Hill from last week, there are the numbers. 5 catches, 69 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Play fake, Mills. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Now it's Jackson rolling to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it, partner. There's no intent here because Von Miller, former NFL Man of the Year award winner, he likes to play the game the right way. But in this case, makes a mistake and gets in just a little bit too late, and that draws the penalty.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Mills. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The Sanders has got it complete. And some room to work. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, That's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson going deep for Hopkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action with Jackson. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Now Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Some great games coming up on Sunday, highlighted by a 1 o'clock matchup in Miami. A good test for the Dolphins as they'll take on the always tough Green Bay Packers. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Denver Broncos. Then on Sunday night, wrap up your Christmas day with a great one in the NFC. The Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern Time. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be incomplete. And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start, and under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trayvon Walker, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now Hill to return it. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And they will take over 1st and 10. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Looking to throw is Mills. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. On second down, this is Harris. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, Mills. Pressure comes and down he goes. Von Miller able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Jackson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Jackson looking to throw on third. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A first down throw for Mills. Out route to Hill, complete. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Flush to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Darius Slay with a pick.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Mills. It's Hill, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mills on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Osborne. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Just a yard to go here on second down. Mills now from the 50. Complete. Smith has it. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now left side. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Mills to throw it. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick, but instead it's 3rd down. Third and long for Mills. Got a man, it's Brown. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Oh, going for Sanders downfield, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Throwing now is Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Mills back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Now Mills. He finds his man, complete. It's Osborne. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Mills looking to throw it. Pass complete to Hare. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And the return will stop right around the 25. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. On the move to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
He'll buy some time right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to perhaps salt this one away. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. So now the Lions down on the scoreboard. 26 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's Mills. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire 2nd half, but their 1st half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the 1st half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the 2nd half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Carolina, they are now 2
Come and get me.